This video is an article in the dailymail.com. So, apparently, a commenter seems to think the Daily Mail is the most accurate source to get information that I don't know if it debunks Tasha K story that Wendy is dating this doctor, or it confirms it. I really don't know. Because under the comment section, it seems like they say, or the commenter says, "Are you slow?" I asked the question, is what Tasha K saying about Wendy, is it untrue, as people are saying? She has this big beef going with Lil B. Scott and Armand Wiggins about whether her story about Wendy dating the doctor is 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 untrue. And so I just asked the question, is the story about Wendy dating the doctor untrue? And the commenter said, and a commenter responded and said, "Are you slow? It's in the Daily Mail." So my thing is the Daily Mail credible, or is just talking like all social media is just talking about the lives of these people, whether it's entertainment, as Tasha K said, or it's factual, as some others would say. But anyway, according to the Daily Mail, it says, "This is the hunky professor and former police lieutenant dating Wendy Williams. The man, the talk show host, confessed she's crazy about to her studio audience on Wendy. Bronx-based Dr. Darrin Porcher, 52, is a retired NYPD detective, criminal justice professor, and 9/11 hero, as well as a TV and radio commentator and regular contributor to the Daily Mail TV. So he's a very powerful man, I suppose. So I see why Tasha K is so stressed out about this information being labeled as untrue. Look who she's dealing with. The article goes on to say he also appears on Fox, CNN, MSNBC, and HLN, and has appeared on the Wendy Show in the past. So this guy has a lot of connections with high profile people. And Tasha K going after this man the way she went after Dennis McKinley and Portia, it won't fare too good for her, because she may get a spot on these shows with him, because she's talking about him, and if it comes mainstream, then she's going to be in mainstream. Right now, I'm hearing it's untrue. Maybe her stressed out on her live today was just a stage act. Like all this other stuff that's going on, I think it's all staged. For Tasha to come up out of YouTube and certain other ones and move to the mainstream, and YouTube becomes a part of mainstream, because I see mainstream and YouTube what we call it alternative media merging into one, and you won't be able to tell one from the other. And this is what I'm seeing. Now, a source close to Wendy revealed the star is smitten with her new crush, but they're taking it slow. But when Daily Mail TV contacted Dr. Porcher, he laughed and denied he was dating Williams. So, according to the Daily Mail, someone will say they confirmed that she is dating him, but the Daily Mail actually, according to Dr. Porcher's words, statement that he is not dating her. So, it's Tasha K's story made up, untrue, like it's being talked about. Now, he said, I'm flattered, he said, but that's not the case. I was brought in to provide security for Wendy during her divorce. She wanted someone with an air of legitimacy. And I guess a commentator on Fox, CNN, MSNBC, and ATLN can get no more legitimacy than that as far as mainstream goes. And he says, but that's where it ends. I'm happily in a relationship right now. So she says she's not with him. So the thing for us to do is to just mind our business. If she's actually in a relationship with him, she'll be found out the same way Kevin Hunter was found out being in a relationship with Sharina. Now, you see these pictures of him. Now, it's a source. They always say a source. To me, the word source is overrated now. Cause all you gotta do is say source, and then not even be a source. Or I'm not gonna reveal my sources. My thing is, I think source is overrated because some of the things have been found out to be straight up lies and proven to be straight up lies, and people keep saying, "Oh, source says this," when the actual person comes forward and say it's absolutely lie, and they can prove that it's absolute lie. But because a source said it, I would rather believe a source than believe the actual person who comes forth with their proof that, most importantly, will not be known because it'll be shut down. As Tasha K has done a lot of black bloggers shut down their channels because their channel challenges what she's saying on her channel. So it says that she's smitten with Dr. Porcher picture outside of his home in Bronx on Monday, but they are taking it slow. So this is what the source says. So he's not married, so anything can happen. Now today appearance on the Wendy Williams show, this guy seems to be on the show. And what day was this show? This was October 5th, 2018, when he was on her show. So he's not someone she newly knows. It's someone she knows. Now, they say she's head over heels. She never said she. Now on Wendy's show, I heard Wendy say she is kind of smitten with him, but she said nothing about head over heels. But sources close to Wendy insist that there's romance brewing. There's a difference between the romance brewing and having sex. Williams told viewers during Monday's show that she's moved on to a doctor in his 50s. And so, so wants will go around and find a doctor in his 50s, and he's in his 50s. So are there any pictures of Wendy and the young and the man she is, who is, you want to think he's young, but he's close her age. I think she's 54 and he's 52, 2 years difference. I'm 7 years older than my husband, so I don't see a big deal. But she says, I'm not on the market anymore. She's not on the market anymore. Was she ever on the market? I'm not in love. I thought she loved her husband. I don't know how I'm doing. I'm not in love, but there's someone that I'm crazy about. She said she's crazy about the person. She never said she was head over heels for anybody. But anyway, and she said it's not who you think, okay? Mother doesn't deal with children. So it's obviously talking about Mark, whatever his last name is. But it just so happens that I guess with my charm and wit, I attract people of all ages. Yes, I'm 58, be 59 in a couple of months. And I attract people of all ages also. So I get what she's saying. It helps that he's a doctor. He's been married. His kids are in their 20s. And yes, he's black. He's brown black. Brown black. I never heard that before. Another picture of him when he was a lieutenant. And it's a picture of him with Joe Biden. I guess on a plane to Tokyo, Paris, France, whatever. Then here he is with Daily Mail TV discussion, crime prevention. Now, this to me seems like another Cynthia Bailey, Mark, whatever his last name is, situation. He worked for Fox News. And this dude right here seems to be just another attention grabber to be in the news. Sports news commentator dating Wendy Williams. You know, to keep things spiced up in news, to keep us talking. I don't talk so much because to me it's just trivial information about other people's lives that don't affect me one way or the other. Unless I'm getting paid to talk about it, and I'm not. Now, the jet setter regularly travels, recently posting Facebook photos of trips to Tokyo, Japan, Paris, France, and Dubai, in the whatever that is, UAE. He also visited Seoul in South Korea over the Memorial Day weekend, where he visited the demilitarized zone. Yeah, that place where Trump was, demilitarized zone. The area separated South Korea from North Korea. Dr. Porcher is also accustomed to the same level of luxury Williams is used to having. Post snaps traveling by Rolls Royce and on a private jet during a trip to LA. So, like I mentioned earlier, for Wendy to even be thinking about dating this man, he had to be in her economic status. If she's worth 60 million, then he's up there somewhere to even be dating her. And I know you can say that will be different because she dated the young man who they claim is broke or don't have nothing. People think a businessman making 500, being net worth 500,000 is broke. if they're dating millionaires. So it's just crazy. But he also visited, I read that, at Dr. Porcher, I read that. Recently, William was seen around LA and New York with 27-year-old, I don't care about that, called a man a convicted felon. Why he got to be marked Tomlin? Why he got to be labeled as a convicted felon? Just because that's his past? It's unfair and I choose not to read. That's why I did not did a video on him and Wendy because convicted felon, the man on his own business. People bring up all this negative stuff about black people. Just to just keep them discredited or whatever. But so what are they saying about this man? Is he a convicted felon? Do he have anything in his past? Something he did when he was a teenager? That's most people, or regardless of culture, whether you are black culture or white culture, or any race. Recently, I read that Williams 54 addressed her dalliance with, I don't care about that. He is from LA. He came to New York. He had never been to New York, okay? I don't want to hear about Mark Tomlin because it's irrelevant to just constantly throw in the fact that a very successful businessman is a convicted felon. So, what about the other races of convicted felons that you don't put that as a title on their name? But anyway, these people are Wendy's co-hosts. Don't know what kind of bird dress that is. And this is the 27-year-old. So this guy is a convicted. Like she said, she knew the guy. She knew all about the guy. She was just out having fun. There's nothing wrong with just out having fun with someone and spending money, if that's what you want to do. But people want to label him as a convicted felon, just tear down the man's whole credibility, all because he's dating Wendy. Now, Tasha K is doing the same thing with Dr. Porcher. And I don't know how that's going to turn out for her. But I don't think it's going to turn out the same way it turned out with this dude. He just go overlook. Next. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, just friends, Wendy said that I want to hear about Mark. Peace. Now, Dr. Porcher is also accustomed to the same level of luxury. So, I guess I could check and see what his, still want to, so is this the Porcher guy, or do they, no, they still want to bring down the successful black man just for dating Wendy. So let's move on. But now Wendy focuses Dr. Porcher, whose sources claim she has been dating for a few weeks. They said he's also friends with her ex Kevin. So it didn't go down too well with him when he found out. He's with Serena. The black men in general need to make up their minds. Either you want a black woman or you don't. Either you want the woman or you don't. Women don't have time to sit around while black men say, I don't want you. Oh, I love you. I don't want you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I'm stressed out. Oh, I'm this. You don't love your girl. Give me a break. Stop. Anyway, Kevin Jr. knows about him and is happy for his mom. Wendy estranged husband Kevin and their son together, Kevin Jr. seems to have mended their relationship. I speak about that in a video earlier I've uploaded. And it looks like a staged situation to me because it looks like Kevin has no interest in his dad whatsoever. He's on his phone. He's not even looking at him. He's not even smiling. He's just in his Kevin Jr. world, and his dad look like he's in his Kevin Sr. world, walking out of court with his son, getting that positive um, look that Wendy got when he was walking with Wendy when he punched his son in the nose over his money, over his mother's money. See, he want that kind of publicity for himself. But I see the stage. Now, he's talking about the fight. I don't care to talk about the fight again because I didn't choose to speak on it so much in the video. He says, a picture from inside the courtroom showed the two men side by side. Hunter Sr. told the judge, I love my son. Of course you do. Dr. Porcher is executive vice president for a firm called Johnson Security Bureau, Inc., and is listed as a former detective with the NYPD. So he's a dating that kind of man, we don't have to worry about Kevin putting hands on her because not only is he high profile security, she don't have to worry about nobody messing with Wendy because it's almost like having Secret Service. She has a man that, my thing is, they say he has a girlfriend. My thing is this, having a girlfriend don't mean you're committed. Because if you're committed, one of you, both of you will want to be married sometime. One would want to be married and the other one won't. Then, if the man don't want to marry her and they're just dating, but I'm committed to you, but I don't want to get married, that's because he's not committed to her. He's just committed to the relationship until he finds someone he feels he's more compatible with. Now, according to his LinkedIn page, Dr. Porcher received his bachelor's in organizational management from St. Johnson's College. Now, I have my little sister. She has her organizational management bachelor's from Historically Black College in our town, and an MPA from Morris College. Morris, think about it. Morris College, which is the college I went to, which is Morris, Morris, and this is Merist College, which is Morris, the college in my town. It's a historical black college. It's a very good college. And that's where my sister got her organizational management bachelor's degree. And I think she has a master because I know she had maybe like 1 to 3 hours left when she get her master's. So I think she got that. And she said she's going for criminal justice and all kinds of stuff. You know, some people are just career college students. Anyway, in 2020, he received his doctorate degree from Fordham University. He has all these degrees. So a lot of people have all of these degrees and can't get hired at a job because when I've heard of this black people, they got these degrees and they can't get hired because they're overqualified, underqualified, whatever the BS want to be. You got degrees in 2, 3 different areas. You got masters. You got cum laude and all kind of stuff like that. But you can't, but you are rejected from jobs in the field you went to school for. Now, if you want to go be a receptionist, you might find a little receptionist job paying minimum wage. But with all of these degrees, like he took his degrees, and what did he do with his degrees? You come back up here, and you see what his degrees afforded him. His degrees afforded him the most, and see, this is what you call bootstraps. He created bootstraps for himself and pulled himself up, where some people have these degrees are denied employment. If you can say what they want, but I know it for a fact. So he has, according to the article, he has mm, it says that he is a the kid's in the 20s, he's black and whatever. Impressive Dr. Porcher, who always dresses sharply in a suit during TV appearances, has a PhD from Fordham University. Is a criminal justice. My sister want to go for criminal justice because she done got those degrees and whatever. Expert witness. And consultant. In addition to being a doctorate former Army officer. He has all of these under his belt. And all of this has afforded him. He travels regularly on trips to Tokyo, Japan. And what else has his degrees afforded him? He's able to drive Rolls Royces and private jets on trips. And what else has this afforded him? It says that we come down here. Here is the Dr. Porcher is executive vice president for a firm called Johnson Security Bureau Inc. So his bachelor's degree in organizational management afforded him vice president for a firm called Johnson Security Bureau Inc. And is listed as a former detective with NYPD. Now, according to LinkedIn, he is also, this is the organizational management in Johnson College and MPA from Marshall College, MPA. Not sure what an MPA is. Could be master's. But anyway, so his degrees afforded him all of this, and what I know other people with degrees like this are turned down for jobs. They're looked over for jobs. Now, in 2020, he received his doctorate degree, and this doctorate degree has afforded him what? His dissertation is titled. Reducing School Misdemeanor Assaults in Urban Settings. Reducing school misdemeanor assaults in urban settings through school collaboration between school leaders and police. I can't imagine how the children in schools benefit from a person whose role is to reduce misdemeanor assaults in urban school settings by collaborating between the school leaders and the police. School leaders and police. Now, where does the children come in at? You collaborating with the school leaders who are anti-children. I know because I had 4 kids went to school and they were totally 100% anti-children. Children have no rights. Bullies have all the rights. And school leaders are bullies, from my experience. So the school leaders and the police, where the children come in at? Reducing school misdemeanors. A teacher say, oh, I don't like how this student look at me, or this student didn't kiss my butt when I said kiss it, or whatever. Go to the office. You go to the office. Now you're in charge of the misdemeanor. So the teacher that has a problem talks to him, and he communicates to the police, and the child goes to jail, and that is held against the child for the rest of her life, whereas he or she pulls a background check from 1,000 years ago, and a child first never gets a job because of some reducing school misdemeanor assaults in urban settings through school collaboration between school leaders and police have put stuff on their background records that says this child, once become adult, is never to get a job, never to be hired at a job because she fight another girl in school over a boy. Okay, that hit a nerve. So, with all of that said, his degrees has afforded him a lot, and I guess that's it for this video. I guess the situation with Tasha K spazzing out on a live today, and apparently live from yesterday that I hadn't seen. So I just went over the last 5 minutes of the live today. That Lil B. Scott, who Wendy used to quote, she used to quote as a source, which she don't now. After he put out information about Kevin, and Kevin obviously sent a cease and desist, and he made fun of her for sending a cease and desist, and it was said that she had used him as sources. Now she got a problem. Now she doesn't use him as a source. The last person I heard her use as a source, I forgot who the source was, but it wasn't Lil B. Scott. So now Lil B. Scott is a big behind beef with Tasha over Wendy Williams Lewis. So what is Lil B. Scott doing? He's defending Wendy, trying to get on her good side, saying Tasha K is creating lies and stories. And Wendy Williams claims he created lies and stories about her and Kevin. And the situation, the information that got out, when those pictures of the information got out about Sharina and those pictures and them on vacation in the glass and all of that other stuff. So now I see Lil B. Scott is trying to get back in Wendy's good gracious by taking down Tasha K. But Tasha K is upset, same thing she always say, old black woman this, why everybody wanna come after me, I'm just doing my job. So is everybody else on YouTube is doing their job. And all the bigger ones take down the little ones when they challenge them. So the Lil B. Scott thing, I don't know. I don't particularly care. That's between Tasha and Lil B. Scott. Wiggins says it's a lie. Therefore, I come to Daily Mail where I was directed, as the information is. So one was saying that, okay, Daily Source is the Daily Mail is a source that proves that Wendy is dating Dr. Porcher, as well as it's the source that proves that Tasha created this lie about this man and put it out there. And now Tasha's spazzing out like she did with all the other stories, with the Dennis Byron, with the Cardi B, with the Waka Flocka, with Waka Flocka Mama, Tammy, Waka Flocka wife, Dennis McKinley, and the signature so-called person that was dating and cheating on Portia with. All these other people she speak about, she spazzes out when they fight back against Charlemagne, the starred guy, when she back off as far as the story of Charlemagne raping the girl, whose mother came out and proved that the child was raped brutally. There's no doubt that she was raped, but Anyway, victims of her sort don't get justice. They just get crucified. So with that story and all of that going on, I don't choose to be getting into that jump because it's too much. It's the negative energy. I call it. I compare it to the Sesame Street character called um, Cookie Monster. I think it's Cookie Monster or also the Grouch, but I think it's Cookie Monster, where the Cookie Monster loves cookies. Also, the Grouch loves trash, disgusting trash. So let's lose the Cookie Monster. Now, let's use the Cookie Monster. The Cookie Monster loves cookies. He sees cookie, he goes, oh no 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 no, oh no 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 no. He just love cookies. So this beefing between people everywhere, whether it's the young people fighting, jealous, whatever in the streets, like that family at the Disneyland just playing crazy, but that's how black people deal. Now you are at Disneyland, you're supposed to know how to act. You don't fight there, but I don't know how they act that way. But that's how these young black people are acting. And I agree with, I forgot, I think it's on the Royal Family. I 100% agree with her on that part of the fact that they go to this place and they act like this. My thing is, it's not just black families, white people act that way too. Everybody act a fool. But her point is, their fights are not put on social media for public display for the world to see. But the bottom line is, that's how people act. And there are a lot of videos out there of people throwing chairs, just of all races, of all cultures. So my thing is, this is crazy. It's just the path that people choose to live, and I just don't choose to just go in on and judge them and all of this, even though what she says is true. Now, with all that said, the Cookie Monster loves cookies. The Energy Monster loves negative energy, love the drama, love the beef. They love it. When YouTubers are beefing, like all of this show, beef, Tasha is stirring up against Cardi, against all of these people like Waka Flocka and Deb and Dennis Byron and Portia and Dennis McKinley and everybody else on the planet that she choose to say, I'm not saying alleged because I know that she said she's not saying alleged because she knows for absolute fact that Wendy Williams is dating this guy. He probably is dating the guy. Wendy probably is dating the guy. But then again, Wendy also dated a 27-year-old. But she said she was just having fun, so it wasn't nothing serious. So if she's dating this guy and she's crazy about the guy, she's not in love and all that. So we have to take it for what she says. Some information is out there. But the fact that people are calling her a liar or story critic, just create lies out of thin air. It's apparently not out of thin air because Wendy did say on her show she's crazy about a guy who's a doctor. So they put up this doctor. But anyway, I'm just not into that Cookie Monster type drama where the drama monster, the beef monster, the petty, YouTube drama beef monster is just, oh no, just eating up the beef between everybody. And I mean, he just in the middle, just eating it too. It's going at the end. And the energy monster, oh, no, 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 just enjoying it, just having the time of his life, eating up the energy that's created, the friction that is created between individuals. I don't choose to be in the middle of that because to me, it's painful, it's draining, it's tiring. It's just, I don't get it. If you get in a beef with somebody, you utterly, totally drained as Tasha looked today. There's a lot of other YouTubers when they done call each other jobs and get them fired and all kinds of things. And some people to the verge of killing themselves. And then they just get back together and friends. I don't get it. I can't do it. But it's not that I have a problem with them. I can't continue now. If something big is going on that catches my attention, then I will go to that channel and see what is going on, and I might give a video on it based on what it is. If it's a point that I feel like I can give my perspective on and thereby help someone else who don't see it from that point of view. But that energy monster that just eats drama and beef, like the Cookie Monster eats cookies on Sesame Street. I can't with that. So that's what I'm seeing with this thing with Tasha. Can be just another drama monster, just another energy monster eating up the drama and the beef between these two. Armand Wiggins is not, I can tell in his video today, he's not outright totally against Tasha K in this. I think maybe it's a role he's playing, and I know Tasha K and Cardi B playing a role, and Lil B Scott probably playing a role, because all of this role is, I see, to get Tasha to mainstream. And she's being used to be pushed to mainstream. But the black community, and they say there's no black community, but I'm going to say it because even though black people are not, it's not bonded as a culture as they should be, still yet, I'm going to say community just to say it, but especially black women, they're not supporting Tasha to that point, especially if everybody's viewpoint is what they see is true. But I think all of this is just stage play, to keep all us talking because the negative stuff pushes people to the top. And I see, and because she is all of a sudden beefing with Love Scott, who is defending Wendy and the doctor whom Wendy, he originally was making fun of because she sent him a cease and desist about her and Kevin's situation. Now he's defending her against Dr. Porcher. I'm going to be watching this story, and I already see where it's going. With Tasha talking about this dude with Dr. Porcher. She's looking for a seat on one of these places that where she are. And we alternative YouTubers like brothers gonna still be right here on YouTube because we're not trying to get to social media because they have a lot of people that have been on our main media that are down here on YouTube, alternative media, because they've been kicked out for whatever, they've been used and kicked out and replaced for whatever reason. But to each his own path. And as I read more about him, Dr. Porcher retired, and from the New York City Police Department as a lieutenant after 20 years of service. And during the attack on Manhattan on September 11th, 2001, he was responsible for the supervision and rescue and recovery of victims in the World Trade Center complex. Dr. Porcher has regularly appeared on Daily Mail TV discussing. So they say the Daily Mail says this. He works for the Daily Mail. So the Daily Mail is putting this information out there that this is what he says because he works for the Daily Mail. Apparently. Discussing crime prevention strategies. And he gave commentary on horrific mass shootings in Thousand Oak, California last year. I don't know how those commentaries went out because I never heard of this guy before now. What he has to say about that. But anyway, that's it for this video. It says that it validates what Tasha is saying. From my perspective, I don't know if it validates what Tasha is saying is true because the doctor point blank says he's not dating Wendy. But he did lead you to believe that there's something there. Period. He's talking to her or something. He says it's about protection and security going through divorce. Who are we to say it's not true? So he says he's not dating Wendy, which says this calls Tasha, his challenges Tasha's story as being truthful. But it also hints at the fact that Tasha's story has some credibility because he actually talks about it to Daily Mail, the company that he commentates for. So I see all of this as a setup. She's on TMZ with Cardi B a couple of days ago. Now he's on Daily Mail with Lil B. Scott, Wendy Williams, and Dr. Proctor today. We'll see where she be tomorrow. Whether she'll be on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News. We shall see, because we know that's where she's going. Because just because you have a path to get one place, don't mean you have to stick to the bus that you're riding to get there. But anyway, I don't think it validates Portia's, I don't think it validates Tasha K's story as truthful. I think it actually discredits her story that Wendy is dating this man by the fact that the Daily Mail said he told the Daily Mail says he told them that he's not dating me. It's not true. So that's it for this video, and I